Hello and welcome to another episode of Cyrils Brettspiele, in a nutshell edition, Rattle, Battle, Grab the Loot! Portal games. Yeah, Portal games has a couple of very interesting titles, and Rattle, Battle, Grab the Loot is another that promises so much. So when you open the box, you get so much really cool stuff. Customized dice in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors. Non-player ship dice, also customized. Cool numbers on it. I like the fonts here. And all these other cool stuff on it. Really good. Different dice have different symbols on it. You get ships, customized ships. Every single color has his own ship. Not even a single ship is the same. And you build these cool ships with a mast, with a front and a rear. So you also have scenarios in this game. So you play in scenarios. You have this introduction scenario here. You have then this symbol here and this symbol, these representing the scenarios. You can see a board of this one, Captain Norrington, and this symbol here for the scenario order. In each single scenario you play quests 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each quest consists of different adventures. 1, 2, green, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the last one is 1. After each of these multiple adventures, each single quest, you have a harbor or a port face indicated here. I explain it in a second what that is. You have, during this quest, you have different adventures sorted by green, easy peasy, orange, mediocre, hard, it's more red than and then you have this infinity last battle. However, you have some orange ones, which is fun quests, really cool fun stuff going on there. In addition, you have the port. The port is building off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different locations. One is the market, you can trade. One is a tavern, you can trade in rum for new crew members. And as you can see, do you see how much crew members, how many deckhands you can hire? A lot of. Then in the shipyard you can add more sails, more guns, or more hull. And on the other side of the hull there's this cool hamster here to your ship. You simply take these items here and build it into your ship, which means when you buy it, you add a gun here, you add hull, or you add a sail to your ship. And with these additional sails you can sail during adventures. Here you can store loot, and here you can simply shoot. On top of, you have this deck of cool, super special equipment cards. Here you can have iron teeth, or here you can have bombs. And this is not all. Even if you bring this into your ship, for each single card you can get in here, you have these tiles in here, which is super awesome. It is super cool. So this is, for an example, the iron teeth, and this is the bombs. So you simply take it and build it into your own ship on top of here. So you get the card and you get this cool tiles. You have metal coins, silver and golden worth 5. And at the end of the day, you have victory point cards. At the end of the day, this game is all about victory points. Each single dollar or each single doubloon is worth 1 victory point. However, you can trade in 5 coins for 6 points. The next player can trade in 6 for 7. The next one 7 for 8, and so on. 8 for 10. So there are tiny little gaps in it. But there's a little bit more in the box. There's a lot of stuff in the box. There are loot tokens in the box, and there are island tiles in the box, so to customize what you're doing. In addition, there's a ruler. And now let's take a look how the game works, because this is really interesting and cool. You take the box. Yeah, really, you take the box of this game. When you take your box, you also double check here your scenario order. Let's assume you're here in quest number 3, last adventure, adventure 3, which is a red one, and you flip over this card here. you take 2 red dice, 2 yellow dice, and 2 orange dice. Sometimes there are special rules on it, but I don't want it to get so deep in it. You take these dice into your hands. Everybody is now sending a couple of his ships, indicated by his personal dice here, into the hand. And now what you're doing is you take all of them. Between 2 hands you would rattle them. So you would doing a little bit like this. And then you drop all your dice. Not rolling, nothing else, you just drop it. It would be between 2 hands and then just drop it. After that, and all of that is in the box. That's really clever, by the way. All of them non-player ships can take actions. Actions are indicated by symbols, like this here. This symbol could, depending on the adventure you're playing, being an action. Sometimes they are just exploding, sometimes they take volleys, sometimes they are moving, things like that. After these non-player ships taking their action, every single player in turn orders taking actions. Let's say, an example, this green one. He can fire with his gun. Firing would be measured by a card, and the short range is fire. The long range is sailing. Whenever you are firing a gun, you simply flip over your cannon here and fire. Whenever you are sailing, you flip over your sail. And things like that. So in this case, you would fire them, kill that guy here, and take it to the killed people area. Then the next player fires or maybe sails and things like that. The only things you can really do is sailing or firing or using your special weapons, but they are also firing or sailing. The last thing you can do is boarding a ship. You take your ship, and when you sail, you touch it and it's attached to each other. Then you would enter this ship during the battle phase. When everybody takes his action, and let's assume all of these go out, then you start fighting these ships. In this case, you always fight the closest ship. This neutral ship has a closest number is here. A 5 is higher than a 4. Red player gets this die. In this case, a 3 is same number as a 3. Both will die, but blue kills this neutral ship until every ship is dead. Then the remaining other player dice get simply out of the box. Now after you took all your battles, you grab your loot. Each player who was part of this adventure, even if he never kills a ship or even if he died with all his ships, grab loot. He grabs the number of loot tokens indicated by the adventure and try to store them. You can store loot tokens here or under your own ships, but then you cannot take this ship until you reach the port. If you have some helping deckhands like this one here, then you can make some special actions. At the end of each single quest, you go to the harbor, and harbor actions are pretty simple. Here you can trade in 2 for any other good, 2 of any kind for whatever you want. Let's assume it's a wild. 2 rum for a new deckhand. You pick 3 of them, take 1. The other 2 were discarded. Then for 1 blue barrel you can take an upgrade. Here in the workshop for a blue fabric and a red spice, you take the top 3, take 1, and here you cash in either 2 of any or 1 of the values for just 1 gold, and here you trash in gold for this costs here into victory points. After that, you restart that and going to another quest, starting with the first adventure. Whoever has the most victory points at the end of the game will win the game. Like always in a nutshell edition, let's talk about my personal experiences. First of all, the stacks are so super high. I mean, a game with customized dice, all of these super cool components. Really, honestly, every single thing is so cool, detailed, painted. It looks so cool. So stacks for these games are so high. And then dice you're not using for rolling a die, for just dropping a die. What is that for a cool idea? What is that for a brilliant idea? And again, stacks were so high. and unfortunately this pirate game doesn't deliver. The only things you can do on your turn, on your action, is either firing if you are in range or just sailing closer. However, the next player has exactly the same decision. On the other hand, it feels like so strategic, so tactical, but it's at the bottom, at the end of the day, bottom line, it only comes to this: if you can fire, take the best shot, you shoot. If you cannot, sail. These are the only two options. But it looks like, oh, what is going on in this box? So everybody takes so much time and, hey, can I get into a better position and things like that, that this game looks so cool. Everybody wants to take time to think about, but there is nothing to think about. It's just luck by dropping these dice into the box, and if you're close, hey, if you have a gun symbol, super luck, you kill them. Killing gives you coins, cool, you get another coin. Super good. After that, the next luck comes by drawing loot out of this bag. If you draw the cool loot, super good, hey, you are lucky, good. Next luck, hey, if you get the right deckhand, if you get the right cool stuff, super good, you are lucky. But if not, hey, maybe it evens out over the course of all of these adventures. But at the end of the day, for what the game is, it's by far too long. It takes up to 2 hours. We played that sometimes up to 2 hours because everybody was thinking and overthinking these pseudo-strategic things, but there's no strategic in the game. It's just, if you're close enough, fire. If not, hey, sail to it if you still have enough of these sails and guns left over. If not, damn luck. And that's what the game is all about damn luck, nothing else. And to be honest, it's a shame. The game has so great components. The idea is so great, but simply it's too long for what it is. It should be a little filler game where everybody is laughing about it, but then with his cool cards, what card do I add and what expansion can I get? But hey, it's just pure luck if I draw that. But what options can I do? Then I come with my cards and measure, I'm in range or not. No, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You should play that game in 20 minutes and not in 2 hours. The game is just, at the end of the day, it's just if you're in range, shoot and get the die. If not, hey, damn luck, try the next one. So it's just technically luck multiplied with luck. And honestly, there's nothing wrong in a game with luck, but does a game of luck need all of these cool components? And does a game of luck really needs to have a endurance of 2 hours? I mean, it's up to you, but I would say the stakes are so high on Rattle, Battle, Grab the Loot, and for what it is, it felt, unfortunately, a little bit short. Yeah, that is my personal view on Rattle, Battle, Grab the Loot from Portal Games. My name is Nils, Cyrils Brettspiele, and see you next time when it is another In a Nutshell. See you. Bye bye.